Tired of the same old dining place? Tonight, let's savor some exotic flavors for a change. And visit this brand new chocolate store for a deluxe chocolate experience. Plus, take a sip of this bubbly while enjoying some distinguished art.
Welcome to another edition of Dolce Vita. Hey Winnie, we're pretty fortunate to be living in Hong Kong where we can have a large selection of foods in such a small area.
You're right, Francis. There are so many authentic fusion restaurants here that whatever you may want, you can always find it.
Ah, that reminds me of the unique dining experience that we had. Remember?
The story starts with a little boy who grew up in Melbourne as the son of Lebanese immigrants.
As a child, he was amazed by the exotic specialties that was coming up from his kitchen,
where his mother and grandmother often spent days there preparing the homemade meals he loved so much.
His curiosity in the kitchen combined with his knowledge of traditional meals led the way to a career of a professional cook.
This cook, Greg Malouf, collaborated with Robin Sutcliffe in bringing the tantalizing flavors of the Middle East to Hong Kong. Now let's find out how Robin Sutcliffe became the executive chef of this restaurant. Mr. Sutcliffe, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you.
Now, can we start out by learning how you came about collaborating with Greg Malouf?
Sure. I worked with Greg on and off for several years at his restaurants in Melbourne, and I got to know his food quite well, enjoyed cooking it. I assisted him on several trips around the world as a guest chef and at various master classes in Australia, so I got to know the food very well, and I enjoyed cooking it.
What gave you the idea of bringing Middle Eastern cuisine to Hong Kong?
Well, it was suggested to us that this style of cooking or cuisine would have a good niche in the market here. It's not something that has been it's been done before, but on a more traditional level. There's lots of good Middle Eastern restaurants in the city, but we wanted to take it that next level up and give the locals a different experience.
In creating a dish, a chef must work like an artist, gathering inspiration from the surrounding world.
Well, creativity is very important when it comes to preparing food because each individual dish requires at least two key ingredients. It has to be visually stimulating and have outstanding flavor.
Yeah, aesthetics as well as flavor, two of the main factors in a great meal.
Well, let's take a look at these dishes and you'll know what I mean.
Okay.
Since Mediterranean cuisine encompasses many different nations, topographies, and climates, each dish can be very different according to where it's made from. But what you can rely on is the high nutritional value of those dishes. Such a healthy dish is this avocado fettucci with comfort salmon and chili egg. It's no wonder Mediterranean cuisine has been known to contribute to long life expectancy and low rates of heart disease.
Well, in front of me, I've got this fettucci salad, which is a Lebanese staple, and they've jazzed it up here with a bit of salmon as well as the poached egg. I want to try and see how good it is.
While you're trying that, I'm going to try the red wine. I hear it goes well with Middle Eastern food.
Very well done with the added salmon as well as the poached egg.
Now what I have here is the beef tartare, and I'm going to eat it with the onion bread. It's a green onion bread. Now we have a smoky chili in this beef tartare and also mustard, and I'm going to add a sprig of mint on top. Let's see. The mint really brings out the smoky flavor, and it's actually quite spicy, kind of an aftertaste.
This beef filet tartare is a personal favorite among many diners. Traditionally, this dish is prepared with lamb as a Syrian dish, but beef is just as good. In fact, the Wagyu beef is mixed with traditional Middle Eastern spices with Lebanese pickles. This is one of the signature dishes of the famed Chef Malouf's of Australia. The crusty pie is called the Bastilla. It's originally a Moroccan dish using pigeon that is cooked along with almonds and sweet spices. Not only is it pleasant to look at, this plate is full of tastes from the unique spices. Did you know that many people look at the dessert menu before they choose their main course? Well, this chocolate halva ice cream is not to be missed. It's got Spanish fritters on the side, topped off with black cherry sauce and toffee bananas. Simply delish.
The story started
With a vision to share the joys of Arabian as well as Middle Eastern cuisine as a professional chef.
and that story continues today right here in the kitchen of this restaurant. Now, after we've had a chance to taste the cuisine, I must say that this has been a very fascinating dining experience.
Yes, fascinating as well as delicious.
I remember when I was a little kid, my mom used to bring me to the grand old movie theater to watch movies, but it only had one screen, one choice. Unless it was a double feature or, better yet, a triple feature. Then came the multiplex with many movie choices, but the screens were smaller. Today, with a brand new opening of this theater, it brings a lot more perks to the movie-going experience, making going to the movies a lot more fun and not just about seeing the movie.
Offering the largest screen numbers and seating capacity in town, this newly opened theater is one of the most attractive movie-watching destinations. To kick off the highly anticipated grand opening gala, this theater, together with TVB executives, artists, and showbiz personalities, officiated the premiere of Hong Kong My Love MV just last Thursday night.
What do you think of the new movie theater?
It's great. I've been here once. It's really fantastic experience. The chair is so comfortable, a little bit too comfortable perhaps. So if you are feeling sort of sleepy, don't come here. But if you are prepared for a good movie, come here. Try the armchair, high rest here, and also the sound effect is really great. You can feel the vibration from the ground up to the hip. The earth is moving under your feet.
Would you say that the best part is the chair?
The chair and the sound effect, and of course the environment is so clean, so tidy, and there are 12 cinemas here, and each one of them is of a reasonable size, not mini type.
I know that you lead a very busy life. How do you maintain a working life and a balance between your private life?
How do I maintain the balance? Find time to relax and listen to your body signals. When I feel like watching a movie, I'll go and do it.
So do you go to the movie theater much?
I'm a moviegoer. I'm a great supporter of cinema. Don't watch movie just at home watching your DVD. DVDs are just for your own collection. But if you want a real movie scene experience, go to a cinema.
Yeah. Do you often go to the movies now that you're a celebrity?
Yeah, I still go to public cinemas.
Do you often wear a cap like all the other celebrities?
No, I don't. Because I think I'm still a normal person, and I like to enjoy my life, and I always go shopping, I go eating with my friends. I can't always hide myself.
Well, I think you're very beautiful, so you don't need to hide at all.
So are you.
Now, what do you expect from when you go to the movies, what do you look forward to?
Of course, a good movie, maybe that they can touch me or make me laugh somehow, and also the facility. Like, for example, like today, the cinema, the chair is going to vibrate, while we're watching it. So woo, amazing.
Also on the spotlight this evening was the arrival of American comedian Jerry Seinfeld, director Steve Hickner, as well as Hollywood powerhouse Jeffrey Katzenberg.
What do you think classifies as a great movie experience?
Anything that makes you forget about your own problems for a little while is a great experience, I think. I think that's what movies are supposed to do. You go into a theater and you kind of just drift away for a little while.
Is this your first time being in Hong Kong?
No, I've been to Hong Kong many times. For 30 years, I've been coming to Hong Kong. Yes.
Do you ever go to our movie theaters?
Yes, and I'm thrilled to be here at this amazing new complex, the newest in Hong Kong. So this is going to be great.
The environment and facilities certainly increases the intensity and enjoyment of movie scene experience. Whether it's a blockbuster, sci-fi, thriller, or a romantic comedy. With its great snacks and drinks, I can't wait to start this movie scene experience. See ya!
When we come back, let's join the crowd and share that precious champagne moment. And let's take this Car of the Future out for a test drive, so don't go away.
Francis, I just love going to parties and celebrating something meaningful with my friends. What about you?
Well, I'm a child at heart, so I'm very fond of children's birthday parties, actually.
Well, there was a recent celebration where the kids definitely stayed home, but it was just as much fun for the adults.
When you think about champagne, what are the words associated? For over centuries, many leading manufacturers have often referred to this beverage with its nobility and royalty. Today, it isn't necessary to have such high status in order to enjoy champagne, but whatever champagne is involved, it definitely calls for a celebration.
A celebration surely is going on, but it isn't because there's a celebration that there's champagne. In fact, it is the celebration of the launching of a new limited edition champagne. This art piece by Anthony Lamb called Yellow Chandelier plays around with the notion of celebration. When there's a celebration or a gathering, there's always a chance to meet new faces. Paired up with whispers in the background, it takes guests on a social journey through the use of art. The color theme of golden yellow is ubiquitous at the event. There were golden yellow gems, special embroidery, and various illuminating art displays. Adding to the charisma of the evening were guests Pansy Ho and Yvette Yuen.
Nowadays, champagne is often regarded as a reflection of taste, affluence, and a good life. Even the bottle itself is crafted with the most exotic and rare materials. Sip on this glass of champagne while enjoying the distinguished art. It's definitely a good life to live.
These bottles mark the highlight for the entire celebration. Rio 22.4 karat gold covers the bottle like a cherry on top. Adorned with the most exotic leathers that include alligator, ostrich, and the stingray, these champagne bottles are a preciously crafted set. The only way to describe such intricately designed bottles is only one quality, the finest. Guests gathered for an interactive lesson to learn more about the taste of champagne with a wine expert who travels frequently and has extensive knowledge of the latest vintages and provides much information to the public regarding winemaking and tasting.
Champagne was plentiful at the celebration with a limited edition champagne bottle. What a wonderful art experience included in this event. For me, the best thing to end off this event is to top it off with another glass of champagne. Cheers.
We see so many luxury cars on the streets of Hong Kong every day. Francis, have you ever wondered what a luxury car would be like, say, 10 years from now?
So a futuristic luxury car. I'd say that has to be silver and very high tech, but it's got to be silver.
It's got to be silver.
Yeah.
I think you've been watching one too many Hollywood movies. Now, this futuristic car that I'm talking about actually emphasizes fuel saving.
Okay, I see. So you focus more on the power saving part rather than the aesthetics of the future cars.
Of course, we've been using natural resources as our energy for so long that protecting the environment is the wave of the future.
As our fossil fuels have been depleting greatly, it poses a problem for the world. The fossil energy sources such as crude oil, natural gas, and coal will be exhausted in the foreseeable future. Many automobile companies have already begun their campaign to use the natural energy sources rather than to rely on these fossil fuels. This particular car is already out in the market in Germany and uses a different energy source, hydrogen.
This car is not only luxurious in every way, the manufacturer is also very committed to reducing dependency on fossil fuels.
So that means they have a meaningful message addressed to all car buyers.
Now the money saved can also go to researching a cleaner solution.
So in the end, we the consumers are benefited, the environment is benefited, as well as generally everybody. So now that we found out all the benefits of such a car, why don't we take a test drive and find out for ourselves?
Okay.
This exhibition takes us on a test run in Hong Kong for a limited time. It is made for the purpose of educating the world on hydrogen technology. The reason why it is important to research for a better solution is to save the environment. With the pollution, it is not only encouraged, but necessary to freshen up the air quality of our surroundings.
Winnie, I'm curious as to how hydrogen cars can help save our environment.
Well, I'd like to know more about the event and why this car is being showcased in so many places.
Well, the best way to find out is to ask the professionals directly. Well, talking to a professional right now is Mr. Roger Pecton. Can you tell us a little bit more about this car? As far as I know, it saves on fuel as well as reduces on fossil fuel emissions.
Yeah, so actually, the emissions that you produce are derived from the fuel you're using. Yeah? So normally, if you're using gasoline, you have something like CH something. Yeah? So if you're burning them, you produce CO2 and some small parts as well. Yeah? So the main thing what we have done is to cut all the CA out of the fuel and using only pure hydrogen. So the only emission that is coming out of the car is mainly steam.
Ah, perfect. What about the efficiency of the engine? Is it different? Is it better when it comes to hydrogen, or is it the same as before?
The main body of the engine stays the same, like our normal V12 that you're used to have in the 760 series. Yeah. The main changes we have done is to adapt the system to the hydrogen part. We added some parts for using the hydrogen in the engine. Yeah. So mainly the changes are in the steering of the engine, yeah, to adapt it to both fuels.
Now, where has this car been showcased?
So far, we had been starting with these whole test drives and introductions in the States, California, but then of course in Germany. We had it in London, so all over Europe, and recently Japan. And these cars here you see here, they have been in Shanghai, Beijing, Guangzhou, and now in Hong Kong.
And what are your goals for developing this hydrogen car?
We want to raise the awareness from governments, opinion leaders, media, and finally, of course, customers in the world, worldwide, for new technology.
It's the world's first hydrogen-driven luxury sedan that gives us an alternative to gasoline. That sounds exciting, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. I'm thrilled about the car, but at the same time, a little sad because it's not for sale yet.
No need to be sad, Francis. Although you can't buy the car for another 10 years, it gives us a bit of an insight on what to expect for the future.
True enough, but for me, I'm looking forward to the next test drive event for these futuristic cars. What is the one thing that women can't get enough of, Winnie?
Well, there's a lot that I can't get enough of, Francis. Can you narrow it down a bit?
Okay, well, most of the time it's Dolce, it's made out of coca, and it's the perfect gift for women, especially on Valentine's Day.
Ah, that's easy. It's my favorite indulgence, chocolate.
There's simply no denying that I have this huge impulse to try the latest and greatest in this temptation, chocolate.
To be very honest with you, Amy, I've got a bit of a sweet tooth myself.
I'm not surprised. Chocolate has many good benefits for your health, and plus, it tastes super, super good.
Well, you and all the chocoholics out there are gonna love my new discovery.
Being the new kid on the block, the decor of this chocolate store is classy with a touch of Parisian chocolatier ambiance. Everything from vintage crystal chandelier to vintage wood paneling, mirrors to wallpaper, all have captured the essence of French elegance.
Jason, did you know that tasting chocolate, as with creating chocolate, is an art?
Of course I do. Eating chocolate's like drinking fine wine. You have to be an expert to taste the subtleties of flavour and tone.
And when tasting chocolate all in one sitting, must start with the lowest percentage of cocoa, then to the highest.
So, where do we start?
Here!
To satisfy different individuals' taste, this place offers over 20 types of handmade chocolates. For those who love classic flavors, try the dark chocolates or the alcohol-infused. Fond of the fruity and creamy flavors? How about milk chocolates made with ginger and pomelo? Apart from the colorful sweet treats, there are also selections of chocolate truffles you can choose from. Smooth and rich in flavor, these chocolate flakes or cocoa-dusted melt-in-the-mouth creations come in 8 different flavors. Take a bite and I'm sure they can please whatever taste your palate is craving for. And to complement the extensive collection of chocolates and truffles, this store also offers various types of bar chocolates and mixed nuts and different ingredients. Along with other lovely choices, 6 types of dipped chocolates are prepared for those who have a little bit of a different taste. Dipped in plain chips, tortilla chips, apricots, cashews, dried gingers, and dried oranges, these sweet treats can be enjoyed as a snack or dessert. Either way, they make a delicious low-fat treat.
Ooh, look. Look at all these chocolate. Wow, what should we try first?
Personally, my favorite is dark chocolate. What do we have here?
Lots. We have hazelnut, we have milk chocolate, espresso, pomelo, Earl Grey tea, and we've got caramel. What should we do?
It's really simple. All you do is taste every single one and then decide.
That's a great idea. It's mine.
Just that one. I'll take this one.
Okay.
And this one.
Hey!
Chocolates can be purchased and packed into a variety of eye-catching boxes or elegant tin cans. And besides the edible delicacies, chocolate-flavored candles and chocolate collectibles are also on offer for all you chocoholics out there. Dolce.
We've covered a lot of different items this week.
And no doubt there'll be something new to tantalize you with next week.
That's right. In the meantime, log on to our website for more information about the Dolce Vita we're leading.
Until then, bye-bye.
Ciao, baby.